Good day, everyone. Welcome to SS041. This is the life and works of Jose Rizal. Thank you for joining me today. Again, this is Sir E, your online class instructor, your facilitator, and your professor here on this class. Magandang hapon po, magandang araw po sa ating lahat. Now, all of us have our own families, and this is mine. This is not really updated, but this was like a picture I really like. And of course, these are my siblings with my mother. Okay. And then I have these as my niece. Okay. Isa po siyang Kiwi. Okay. Siya po ay isang Filipino Kiwi but Australian po siya. And of course, this is me and my mother. Kung mapapansin niyo po, kami po ay pinagbiyak na bunga. Tayo po ay may kanya-kanyang pamilya. Gayon din naman si Dr. Jose Rizal. And of course, we start off with his mother, who's Chodora Alonso. Now, Chodora is the mother of Dr. Rizal. As described, he was a disciplinarian and a mother of culture and religion, and a sacrificing and an industrious wife. She studied in Colegio de Santa Rosa, when Rizal inherited from her the practical temperament, stoicism, self-sacrifice, temperament of a dreamer, and fondness of poetry. We know that Teodoro Alonso became really the first teacher of Dr. Rosa Rizal and all of his sisters. Okay? Mapapansin ho natin na napaka-calm, caring, and napaka-proper ng kanyang nanay as she's described in books and as we see in the different movies depicting the life of Teodora Alonso. And now we also have the father of Rizal, who is Francisco Mercado. Now, he was an exemplary model for his honesty, his frugality, ng pagiging kanyang matipid, and pagiging masipag. He was born in Binyan. Some of you here might be living in Binyan, Laguna at the moment. And he had a degree in Latin and philosophy at Colegio de San Jose, Manila. Now, Rizal inherited from him a profound feeling of dignity, of self-respect, of serenity, and poise and seriousness. And now we will see the siblings of Dr. Jose Rizal. Jose Rizal has 10 siblings. So all in all, 11 po sila. So you have Saturnina, Pasiano, Narcisa, Olympia, Lucia, Maria, and then come Jose Rizal, and then you have Concepcion, and then Josefa, Trinidad, and Soledad or Cholang. Let's look at them one by one. Of course, we talk about Pasiano Rizal. Now, Pasiano Rizal, as we know in his history, became a general during the Philippine Revolution. That was actually after the death of Dr. Jose Rizal. He became a member of the Katipunan. Now, after the war, he retired as an ordinary citizen in Los Baños in Laguna. He was never married, but he had a daughter. Therefore, the Rizal surname never continued beyond Pasiano and Jose. Okay. Descendants of Pasiano are surnamed Villaruz and the Lopezes. Okay. And then, here we have Dr. Jose Rizal. Since silang dalawa naman po ang lalaki sa kanilang pamilya. Now, we see Dr. Jose Rizal as a child, di ba? And we know of Jose Rizal actually as a very small guy. Right? Yun po yung isang bagay na pwede nating masabi kay Dr. Rizal. But despite his stature, napakalaki naman ang naging kanyang kontribusyon para sa ating pagkakilanlan sa ating mga sarili bilang mga Pilipino. And of course, you have the Mercado sisters. First, you have Saturnina Rizal, who is considered as the eldest child of the Rizal Alonso marriage. And she was married to Manuel Timoteo Hidalgo of Tanawan, Batangas. And of course, you have Narcisa Rizal, who was the third child. The second one is Pasiano. Narcisa is the third child, and he was married to Antonio Lopez of Morong, Rizal. She was a teacher and a musician. And then you have Olympia Rizal, the fourth child, and she married Silvestre Ubaldo, and she died in 1887 from childbirth sa kanyang panganganak. And then you have here Lucia Rizal from 1857 to 1919. She was the fifth child, and she married Matriano Herbosa. Okay, and then you have here Maria Rizal, was the sixth child. Um, she married Daniel Fausto Cruz of Binyan, Laguna, and then you have Concepcion Rizal. Okay, but Concepcion Rizal died at the age of three only. It was considered that the first heartache of Dr. Rosa Rizal was the death of her sister na si Concha, na si Concepcion. Okay, kasi po ang sumunod kayo sa Rizal ay si Concepcion. Okay, and then of course you have here Josefa Rizal, who was the ninth child. Okay, she was nicknamed Pangoy, and she died as a spinster, an old maid, at the age of 80. And then you have Trinidad Rizal. Okay, at si Trinidad Rizal po ang pinaka tawag dito, siya yung pinakahuling nabuhay, namatay sa mga magkakapatid, and she died a spinster and the last of the family, of course, who died. And of course, you have Soledad. Okay, Soledad Rizal. Okay, the youngest child who married Pantaleon Quintero. However, there are stories about Soledad Rizal, which later on we will be discussing along the way in our lecture today. Now, you see here Uncle Jose Alberto Alonso, who was the brother of Teodora Alonso and was a resident of Binyan, Laguna as well. And also, Dr. Jose Rizal was said to be a distant relative of the Rizals, who was the ruler of Manila in the late 1500s. Now, there are many things that we need to understand about the family of Dr. Jose Rizal. Now, their surname from Mercado was changed to Rizal. And when we talk about the surname Rizal, we know that it is a rice field na ripe na. Okay? And then they had their family business, and then they shifted addresses from time to time. Okay? And then many of the sisters or the siblings in the family involved themselves in the revolution. And also there are family secrets that hopefully, I'm not sure if you know some of them, but if not, then this is the time for you to know some of these secrets. Anyway, of course, their real family name was Mercado, which is a name associated with Chinese businessmen in the Philippines. When Jose Rizal was a little boy, the Chinese got persecuted and discriminated by the Spaniards. So Pasiano told Jose to use Rizal as his family name to avoid persecution. If you were able to watch movies of Dr. Jose Rizal, you will see there a portion of the screenplay where Pasiano was instructing Jose Rizal that he should not be using the surname Mercado anymore, but instead he should be using the name Rizal already in order for them to avoid persecution. Now, Rizal is a Spanish word which means a rice field ready for harvest. That's why many subdivisions and places in Laguna, which is Rizal's home province, I hope we all know that, are named Greenfield. Okay, it's ready for harvest already. Okay, and of course, that's why Ambeto Campo ordered the painting of Rizal's house with green paint a few years ago when he was the head of the National Historical Institute. This is something that I honestly do not understand, and I do not agree with Ambeto Campo, although we know him as a very famous historian of Dr. Rizal, just because it was not able to preserve the real color of the house of Dr. Jose Rizal. When I went there a couple of years ago and checked um, the house of Dr. Jose Rizal, it was not so much. Yeah, the color is green, very much like this, but if you're going to look at the Spanish houses before, they don't really look like these colors anyway. Okay, that's just some musings coming from me. And then, of course, the Francisco Mercado, the father, rented large tracts of land in Calamba, Laguna from the Dominican friars. He planted the lands with rice, with fruit trees, and other crops, and he employed several workers to till his rented land. Jose Rizal was born and raised in their house in Calamba, Laguna, which I do hope at least, okay, you were able to visit already. Okay, kung hindi po, tara pumunta tayo. And then when he was studying in Europe, okay, when Rizal was studying in Europe, their family and all their workers and their families were evicted from Calamba. Pinalayas po sila doon dahil nagkaroon na ang hindi pagkakasunduan si Don Francisco Mercado at ang mga Prailing Espanyols. And so what happened was the Rizal family relocated to Binondo in Manila. Now, when Jose Rizal returned from Europe during his first homecoming, he requested the Spanish Governor General if the Calamba evictees would be allowed to resettle in Sabah in Malaysia. However, it did not push through. Could you imagine if they were allowed to go to Sabah? Perhaps Dr. Jose Rizal would not have been our national hero because the family was able to stay in Sabah in Malaysia, and it didn't push through. Okay, in on January 31, 1892, Dr. Jose Rizal wrote to Blumentritt recounting their pleasant life in Hong Kong as follows. Here we are, all living together, my parents, sisters, and brother, in peace, and far from persecutions they suffered in the Philippines. They are very much pleased with the English government. Okay. When Rizal practiced medicine in Hong Kong, ang kanya pong nanay, si Pasiano, at ang kanyang mga kapatid ay nanirahan doon kasama po niya. And of course, Jose Rizal also lived in Dapitan when he got arrested for putting up the La Liga Filipina in 1892. And we know from his story that his mother and his sisters were frequent visitors in the life in Jose Rizal's place in Dapitan. I was able to visit Dapitan back when I was in high school. It's actually quite big. Okay, ito pong lugar na ito was preserved. And I hope even until now, kung makakapunta ho kayo ito, medyo malaki itong lupaing ito. Okay, na naging tirahan ni Dr. Jose Rizal at this time. Now, when Jose Rizal returned from Europe, um, we're done with this one. Now, after Rizal's death and the revolution, Pasiano lived in Los Baños in Laguna. Later on, the old Rizal houses in Calamba and the Piran were restored and made into museums and shrines. So I was able to visit both of these two, the house of Rizal in Calamba and then the one in Dapitan. Okay? And of course, a few family members of the Rizal had active participation in the revolution, particularly Pasiano Rizal, who became a general, okay, of the revolutionaries in Calamba. He made the Spaniards in Calamba surrender after a siege in the church. And also we know of Delfina Herbosa, who was the daughter of Lucia Rizal, the sister of Jose Rizal. Okay, Delfina Herbosa is the niece of Rizal. And we know of Delfina Herbosa as one of the three ladies who sued the first Philippine national flag. And of course, I will not be able to forget Josephine Bracken, who is considered as the wife of Dr. Jose Rizal, who joined the KKK after Rizal's execution. She fought in battles in Cavite under Emilio Aguinaldo, and at least according to recounts, she was able to kill a Spanish officer. Now, these secrets are some of the stories that we have been reading and hearing from quite a while now. Now, the following stories used to be well-kept secrets of the Rizal family when they were still living. Probably people then knew about them but never really talked about them anyway. It was only recently that Ambeth Ocampo wrote about them and the Philippine media, okay, featured, okay, these secrets of the Rizal family. The first one was the incest in the family. Now we know the youngest Rizal sibling, who is Soledad. It is now known that at least she was not really the daughter of Doña Chodora because Soledad is allegedly the daughter of the eldest Rizal sister, Saturnina, and her uncle Jose Alberto, which you saw a while ago when we were introducing the family members of Dr. Jose Rizal. With that being said, we now can see that Saturnina had a relationship with her uncle, and that produced Soledad. That relationship produced Soledad. However, they kept it as a secret. Umalis po sila sa may Kalamba, and then when they came back, may kasama na silang bata, and ang press release ni Doña Teodora po dito was that Soledad was her daughter and it was not Saturninas, because definitely their family's name will be disgraced because of what happened because of that. Okay, so this is Saturnina, and then you have Jose Alberto, and it was known that their daughter was at Soledad Rizal, and that Soledad was not really the sister uh, there is a Jose, of Jose Rizal. Okay, and she was not the daughter of Teodora Alonso and Pasiano Rizal. The secret number two is the priestly connection of the family. Do you know that one of Rizal's older sisters, Narcisa, fell in love with their next door neighbor, but the next door neighbor was the son of a parish priest. The priest was a Mexican who was assigned in the Philippines, Father Leoncio Lopez, and his last name was Antonio. The priest was actually very kind to everybody in the family of Rizal. Little Jose was inspired so much by him. And Rizal, in one of his letters, admitted that they had a relative priest and he's putting him in his second novel. Now, Padre Florentino in El Fili. Okay, if you remember Padre Florentino. Now, Padre Florentino was the kindest person in El Filibusterismo. And also, we have here the case of the attempted murder. Okay, when Rizal was 10 years old, Doña Chodora was arrested by Spanish authorities for the crime of frustrated murder. She allegedly tried to poison the wife of his brother, Jose Alberto. But we know that the wife of Jose Alberto, Chodora's sister-in-law, was the one who reported the crime to the authorities. Okay? And then, secret number four is live-in relationships. Hindi ito abnormal nung mga panahon na yon. Now, Jose Rizal had a live-in relationship with Josephine Bracken, which was an abomination, definitely, during that time. If we look at live-in relationship at this time na medyo hindi pa ganun tanggap, how much more during this time? Okay? Rizal's mother and sisters hated Josephine for making Jose Rizal commit this big sin. However, you see, taong nagmamahal lamang si Jose Rizal po ay nakipag-live-in kayo kay Josephine Bracken, and we know of their story, particularly if you have watched the movie Rizal sa Dapitan, which starred Albert Martinez and Amanda Page. Okay, so doon umiikot yung kanilang buhay until nagkakilala sila, nagkaroon ng anak, namatay ang kanilang anak. Their struggles as a family, their struggles, okay, as a family, definitely. Okay, and Pasiano also got into a live-in relationship. He never got married, but he had a daughter. Today, Pasiano's descendants are Serene Lopez and Villaruz. They maintain the old Pasiano Rizal house in Los Baños, and they are friends, okay, with Ambet Ocampo. Okay? And of course, we talk about the stories of illegitimate child. Okay? Doña Teodora, Rizal's mother, was actually an illegitimate child. His father, Lorenzo Alberto Alonso, who was Rizal's grandfather, was officially married when he was 24 years old to a 12-year-old girl named Paulina, but their marriage didn't produce any offspring. The moral of the story is this. When we talk about the story of the family of Dr. Rizal, medyo ang weird lang no kapag ikaw ay mahirap maging bayani kasi kinakalkal nila lahat ng mga problema ng pamilya and all of those. But the moral of the story is this. Rizal's family isn't perfect. But even so, he became great. He became the national hero. And we know that nobody's family anyway is perfect. Not even mine, not even yours. And everybody can be a hero even though we have imperfect families anyway. We can be modern day heroes, whatever our family backgrounds may be. Okay, and today when we talk about the family of Dr. Jose Rizal, you have the Asuncion Lopez Bantug and Carmen Consunji, the granddaughters of Narcisa Rizal. And then you have Angel Hidalgo, the grandson of Saturnina Rizal, Francisco Herbosa, the grandson of Lucia Rizal. And then you have Francisco Rizal Lopez and Eugenia Lopez Villaruz, who are the grandchildren of Pasiano and Narcisa Rizal. And that wraps up our discussion on the interesting tales of the family of Dr. Jose Rizal. Thank you very much for joining me today here on SS041. This is the life and works of Dr. Jose Rizal, and I am Sir E, your online class instructor. Thank you very much for joining me. Stay safe, stay sane, stay strong. Thank you very much, everyone. Until next time, God bless you all.